In mathematics, some things are just considered good form. We write 1/2, not 2/4. In the same way, we avoid leaving a square root, or a surd, in the denominator of a fraction. The process of cleaning this up is called rationalizing the denominator. It isn't about changing a number's value, but about creating a standard, universal form that's easier to work with. So how do we do it? Let's take a simple case. 5 divided by the square root of 3. The problem is the root 3 on the bottom. To fix it, we use a key rule. A square root multiplied by itself becomes a whole number. So we multiply the denominator by root 3. But to keep the fraction's value the same, we must also multiply the numerator by root 3. We're essentially multiplying by root 3 over root 3, which is just a clever form of 1. The numerator becomes 5 root 3, and the denominator becomes a clean, rational 3. But what if the denominator is more complex, like 3 minus the square root of 2? Just multiplying by root 2 won't work. We'll still have a surd left over. This is where we need a special tool, the conjugate. The conjugate of 3 minus root 2 is simply 3 plus root 2. You just flip the middle sign. When you multiply an expression by its conjugate, something powerful happens. Thanks to the difference of two squares pattern, the middle surd terms completely cancel out. For our denominator, 3 minus root 2 times 3 plus root 2 becomes 3 squared minus root 2 squared, which is 9 minus 2, or 7, a perfect rational number. We just have to remember to also multiply the numerator by that same conjugate. Before you jump into these methods, always remember one final tip. Check if you can simplify first. The square root of 12 divided by the square root of 3 might look like a job for rationalizing, but it's just the square root of 4, which equals 2. Much faster. Mastering this technique isn't about changing a number, but about presenting it in its most elegant and useful form, a skill essential for success in higher-level math.